later today in Minnesota House on Frontline Workers Pay, which is a huge step in finally delivering the $1,500 checks for every single worker who have shown up to keep our state running during COVID. My name is Brahim Kone. I am the Secretary Treasurer of SEIU, Local 26, a union of over 8,000 frontline essential workers. Our union is majority people of color who clean and protect some of the richest buildings and corporations in the Twin Cities. While corporations have seen record profits and CEO pay is skyrocketing once again, our members had to keep working in person, often without the PPE they needed to be safe. And most of these workers have not seen one penny of COVID pay to recognize their work. We know these essential workers are the reason our state currently has a $7.7 billion surplus. And we need to make sure passing the long overdue frontline workers pay is the top priority of this current legislative session. Our union has had over 1,000 members who got COVID, 6 who have died from this virus, including a member earlier this month. We know so many people have been sick and died from this virus. And we know that essential workers have had to work in person this whole time. This means healthcare workers, educators, janitors, food service workers, and many more. Despite money being set aside for frontline workers' pay last session, workers are still waiting. Now essential workers are calling for $1 billion of the surplus to go toward making sure every single essential worker who stepped up during COVID get a $1,500 check from the state to recognize their sacrifices. We are excited that the Minnesota House is taking a vote today to pass the frontline workers' pay out of their body. And we are proud to have the lead author, Representative Cedric Frazier, here with us today to talk about this important vote. We do want to say it is frustrating that the Senate majority still has not brought forward a similar bill that will result in frontline workers pay for all workers. And we will hear from 2 champions in the Senate pushing to make this happen later in this event. I also want to note that frontline essential workers will be gathering at the Capitol today at 3:30 p.m. to make sure our elected officials know this vote is so critical for workers, for working people. Now we are going to hear from some of the frontline essential workers about why this is critical. We finally are seeing some action on frontline workers' paychecks. Before handling off to the 2 elected officials, I will first up introduce Mary Turner, a nurse and president of the Minnesota Nurses Association.
Thank you, Brahim. As he says, my name is Mary C. Turner. I'm the president of Minnesota Nurses Association, but more importantly, I've been a COVID ICU nurse at North Memorial in Robbinsdale, Minnesota. Before I reflect on today's vote, I would like to bring people back to 2 years ago, to a memory that I had, that I shared with my first-year nursing students at Inver Hills College yesterday. We were discussing, because it was their safety week, and we were discussing the importance of PPE, or personal protective equipment, to the life of a nurse. I was discussing with them the fact that personal protective equipment is why we can do our job safely, why we can walk into any condition, because we are protected. I told them this memory. The first shift that I worked in the pandemic, and how I came off the elevator, and the young nurses came running up to me, saying to me, "Mary, is it true? Is it true that we get one N95 and we need to wear it till it disintegrates off our faces? Is this true?" To the day I die, I will remember the look in Nurse Blair's eyes when she said to me, tears streaming down her face, "Mary, how can I safely go home to my babies in the morning?" The reason I bring this up is because we were heading into the unknown, and people seem like they're tending to forget this. We didn't know what was going to go on. We didn't know. All we saw was that we had a floor that was full of people that were dying. And the reason I bring this up is because I say to the other frontline workers, the ones who supported us inside and outside of the hospital, at least I had one N95. They had nothing. We have taken the risks. We have done our job. We have been there for 2 years, and we continue to be there to support the people of Minnesota. Many of the frontline workers have not had any kind of bonus pay, and we've had to quarantine, and we have gone without pay. But I want to stress to you the risk that we have taken when everyone else was locked down safely in their homes. We were out there doing our job, and we continue to do our job. And because of that, we deserve a little bit of recognition for the job that we did well, and for the job that we continue to do. So I beg the House to please pass this bill, and more importantly, the Senate, do what's right, do what is right to honor us for the job that we did and that we continue to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Very touching. Now I want to welcome Brian McNeil, a MAPE member who works at the Minnesota Department of Veterans Affairs. Brian.
Thank you, Brahim. Thank you, Mary. Good morning. My name is Brian McNeil. I'm a MAPE member, and I'm also a behavior analyst with the Department of Veterans Affairs and work at the Veterans Home in Minneapolis. Minnesota has 6 state veterans homes serving more than 700 Minnesota veterans, their spouses, and Gold Star parents. It has been all hands on deck for 2 years now at MDVA. And during the recent Omicron surge, daily cases jumped from 1 to 5 to 20 to 64 in just a matter of days. I constantly worry about whether I will bring COVID back home to friends and family. This recent surge has really been traumatic for many of us. It reminds us of those early days that Mary talked about when the pandemic, when a COVID diagnosis for the veterans that we love to serve really meant likely death. And even now we're learning there's just another variant around the corner, Omicron BA2, and that's been discovered, and it's feared to be even more contagious. Yet, no matter what, employees at the state veterans homes have stepped up and continue to come in. Our Minnesota veterans who served during World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam and Gulf War, they deserve the best care. They deserve a place where they can live the final chapters of their lives in peace and comfort. When our facility was in quarantine, when family and friends could not visit the veterans, we were there to hold their hands, to reassure them that we will get through this pandemic and that they are not alone. We truly admire their military service and how much they sacrificed. It saddens me that veterans have moved in, lived and died in the home without ever seeing the faces of the staff who supported them because of all of the equipment that we wear to protect them. Around us, many Minnesotans are beginning to lessen their mask requirements, return to work, attend events, and getting back to normal. Not frontline workers. We continue to put our lives on the line. We continue to risk the health of our families day after day to keep Minnesotans safe. Lawmakers say they agree that more essential workers should be given bonus pay. Then they should support legislation allowing $1,500 bonus payments to frontline workers. Like the veterans we proudly serve, the men and women who risk their lives to make the world safer for all of us, we put their health above our own because it's now our turn to keep them safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Now I'm going to pass it to the lead author of the bill, Representative Frazier, Cedric Frazier here. So welcome, Representative.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Mary, and thank you, Brian, for being here and for speaking and telling your stories. You all represent thousands of other workers just like you that have worked day in and day out through this pandemic to keep Minnesota moving forward and going strong. It is my honor and privilege to carry the bill that will help to recognize you all. And I will say, as a legislator, I am sorry and I am disappointed that it has taken us this long to get to this point. And it's only one step closer to have you provide you with the resources to recognize the work that you have done, the sacrifices that you have given, not only for yourselves, but for your families that you could unfortunately bring this virus home to because you're working day in and day out outside your home. I thank you as a Minnesotan for what you've done to allow myself and my family to stay safe, but also have the services that we need to continue living forward. And I know that all Minnesotans appreciate you as well. I'm looking forward to the debate tonight. I'm looking forward to the vote. And as we move one step closer to making sure that we recognize you, I am imploring our senators on the GOP side to move this bill forward. Have a hearing, get it passed. Let's get together, let's get it work, let's get it passed into law, and let's honor all of our essential workers. Thank you all for being here. I do have to run to another meeting, but you all know how to reach me and access me if you have any questions for the press. But thank you all for being here this morning. And I will pass it on to Senator Murphy, who is carrying the bill on the Senate side. Thank you for your fight, Erin. Please keep it up.
Thanks, Cedric Frazier. I'll be with you today. Good morning to everybody, and thank you, Brahim, President Turner, Brian, and to all the frontline workers who are with us today. Today is a really, really good day for frontline workers and for the work that we've been doing together now for more than a year to make sure that we are recognizing the absolute sacrifices that our frontline workers have made since the start of this pandemic. They have kept us healthy and alive, and they have kept our economy moving. And as a result, the state is enjoying a strong economy and a robust surplus. And it is time now for us to keep our commitment to all of the 667,000 frontline workers who have done so much for us. It's time for us to deliver on our commitment. At the end of last session, Democrats and Republicans agreed that frontline workers have earned bonus pay, and we worked over the course of the summer and the fall. And in September, the Republicans, my Republican colleagues in the Minnesota Senate, walked away from that work, leaving frontline workers behind. And to date, today, at the end of February, my Republican colleagues have yet to introduce a proposal to make good on their commitment to frontline workers, nor have they calendared or heard the proposal that I've introduced that represents the agreement that we made, the commitment that we made to frontline workers at the end of last session. In the legislature, our word is worth everything. And when we break it to each other, Minnesotans lose faith in us. I started the session with Representative Frazier in Duluth, in Rochester, in St. Cloud, and up in Moorhead, talking again with the myriad of frontline workers who have done their part. Custodians, childcare workers, meat packers, healthcare workers. There are so many people who did their part. And today, the Republicans are serving as a roadblock to recognizing their unique contribution at a time while they continue to put themselves in harm's way to keep people healthy. It is unconscionable. Today is a good day because the House is moving, but we, Leader Franzen and I, we need to continue to put pressure on our Republican colleagues in the Senate, because without them, this will not happen. And Minnesotans support their frontline workers. It is time for the Senate Republican majority to get off the dime, to keep their word, and to do this work so that frontline worker pay is realized and we have fulfilled our commitment. And with that, if she's here, I would like to introduce my colleague and my friend, Leader López Franzen.
Thank you, former Representative, now Senator Erin Murphy. She is such a wonderful addition to our Senate, and certainly a leader on this issue that has worked so hard across our state to bring the voices of those who have done so much for our state to the floor of the Senate and to this discussion. And I just want to thank her as a friend, a colleague, and a big admirer of this coalition that was brought together by her and Representative Frazier and his colleagues in the House for keeping the promise we made to Minnesotans, as Senator Murphy mentioned, not just to Minnesotans, but to our frontline workers last September. So we've already lost one deadline, and we are trying to make sure that people understand that if we're going to move ahead in the future, in the very short future, on any legislation, that this should be our top priority. It's a promise we made and a promise we must keep. And we need to get these bonuses out. The work that people are doing in the House today is so important for Minnesotans to understand that we are with you for keeping our state safe. And don't press mute. The House efforts today are to keep that promise and will help hundreds of thousands of Minnesotans who were called into work, who did not have an option, who risked their own lives, literally their own lives, not just their health and safety, when the rest of us were able to stay home and stay working from home if able. Frontline worker bonuses is a top priority for the Minnesota Senate DFL. And unfortunately, in the Senate, the Republicans have blocked it. They are not even taking it seriously. Just last week, we pushed the Senate floor for a vote on this issue, and Senator Murphy lined that up for us. And the majority of the Senate Republicans said no on a Senate vote. But we're not going to give up, and the Senate DFLers will continue to push the Republicans until we succeed. The House will continue to push for it too, as we are seeing today with their vote on the floor. And the governor will also continue to push, because we all know how important this issue is to people who continue to do that important work today, yesterday, a year ago, 2 years ago. It's way, way beyond time to keep that promise and thank them for helping us through this pandemic. And I want to say to my largest thank you for the frontline workers who are on this call today, but the people that you represent, whether it's a union, whether it's a group that's working in a hospital, in a childcare setting, all the people who were stocking our shelves, producing our food, who worked in very troubling times when we didn't know what this virus looked like, when we didn't have a vaccine, when we didn't have PPE, and you still showed up and did the work for us. A big thank you. I also want to send a message to the workers across the state that we will hear you, that we hear you, and we'll continue to do this work until we adjourn, sign, and die, but hopefully much sooner. We know that this hasn't been easy for many of you all. We've heard testimony from nurses, testimony from frontline workers, essential workers, and it is something that it's always going to be with all of us, that measure of sacrifice that you all gave for us. This bonus will not pay for all of your efforts, but it's a signal to you that we thank you. And we also know we've heard from you, right? Senator Murphy talked about how in the last month, the Senate DFL leaders have been traveling to communities across our state and talking to the same frontline workers that the Senate Republicans have ignored and blocked us from helping. We've heard from childcare workers in Moorhead, Minnesota, where efforts allowed our families to go to work. And we also heard people in St. Paul and Duluth where nurses who kept our healthcare facilities open, delivering the care that we need them, even in the darkest days of the pandemic. In Rochester, we heard from school workers who kept students safe, who did their work and honorably and kept students not just safe, but fed. So while our frontline workers have been stopped by the Republican majorities, the Democrats in the Minnesota Senate will not, and the House Democrats will not. We will never give up. We will never stop fighting for you. And we will continue to prioritize you, helping you to receive those bonuses that not only do you deserve them, but you were long promised. So thanks again. I see Mary Turner, I see other representatives of SEIU and different unions and different workers here. I really do appreciate all the effort of keep pushing the pressure, putting the pressure on this issue, especially in a day like today, where we're taking one major step in the Minnesota House to get closer to keeping the promise we made you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, all the senators that spoke today. Thanks to all the frontline workers. We want to thank you for your leadership and know that essential workers in our coalition will definitely be pushing the Senate majority leader to catch up to the House and the governor in prioritizing essential workers' pay. That's definitely our goal. And I want to tell all the folks watching today to please join us at the Capitol today at 3:30. And I also want to open up for questions. If anyone here has questions, they can please do so.
If there are no questions, then we would like to thank you very much for being here today. And we look forward to the continued work on behalf of our frontline workers.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.